Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp, and today we're going to be making another Christmas card. I know it's not Christmas in July yet, but this one is just too cute to save. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this, but I wanted to let you know about a paper pumpkin little go-to for August. You can get an add-on for your August paper pumpkin that will come with, they're showing you ahead of time what it's going to come with. So it's going to come with all of this. You're going to get 10 of each of these card fronts and envelopes, and it's going to add on, this is the little sneak peek of the fall paper pumpkin. So make sure that you subscribe by August 10th, and then you can add this add-on at any time. You can go ahead and get it now, 152885, and it's $10 for in the US, and it's available now. So go over to www.paperpumpkin.com, and then in the area where it says select a demonstrator, if you put my name in there, I would appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Here's the cute card that we're going to be making. It is an interactive card, and I just love it. So you just push this little thing up here, and look at that. The little bird comes out and it says hello. Hello, you. I love it. It is so cute. This is like, I thought this was going to be so hard, and it is so easy. You're not even going to be able to believe it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And then there's one more perk about this stamp set. So this is the stamp set. It's Cuckoo for You. And in the new holiday catalog, let me show you what you can get. Ta-da! Isn't that cute? So this is coming in the new holiday catalog. I was able to pre-order being a demonstrator. And if you would like to pre-order any of the Christmas things, you can do that in your when you sign up in your starter kit. You pick $155 worth of product for $99 and free shipping, and you get to use the holiday catalog right now if you want to do so. You can get it in the holiday catalog or in our everyday catalog. So if you have questions, just go ahead and leave me a comment, and I can certainly help you about that. And then the other part of that little deal is next month, and this promotion for $155 for $99 is only until the end of the month. But the other part of that is you get a $10 coupon that you can use next month on anything you want. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started here. All right, so it just opens up like this. So cute. All right. So I have done a lot of the coloring already so that you wouldn't have to sit through the coloring. I have a piece of cherry cobbler, and this is 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. All right, and then I have a piece of Whisper White for the inside that is 5 1/4 by 4. I have a piece of a crumb cake that's the same size, 5 1/4 by 4. And then I have a piece of our cardstock vellum. It's a little thicker, a nice vellum, and that is 3 1/4 by 5. All right, so let me get my Simply Scored here, and I'm just going to score this at 5 1/4. I'm sorry, 5 1/2. going to fold that right in half. And then get our bone folder. And let's get a good crease on here. All right. And then for our piece of crumb cake, I'm going to take that. I'm going to get a piece of scratch paper somewhere. I'm going to get a piece of scratch paper. Let me see here. I think I threw all my scratch papers away. So I'm just going to take a piece of our Stamparatus grid paper here. That works well for scratch paper. All right, and then I'm going to get my crumb cake ink. I'm going to take the stamp set, and I'm going to take this little reindeer right here. And I'm going to take this, and we're going to just go ahead and do this. I'm going to do it like a diagonal all the way down my card, and then I'll shift it so it really looks like designer series paper. It's going to go all the way down. All right, it's going to look like that. And then I'm going to bring in, got lots of blends here, but I'm going to bring in my crumb cake blends for this. And I'm going to use the darker of the crumb cake blends. And I should have done this ahead of time too. But I'm just going to fill in the antlers. So I know I said that one of the perks of being a demonstrator is to be able to order out of our holiday catalog right now. But you would be able to, if you signed up to be a demonstrator now, you would be able to order anything out of the catalog, from the whole catalog right now. So it is, if you love Christmas, you love all the holidays, this is one way that you would be able to do that right now. So I'm not doing any shading or anything. I'm just basically filling in these antlers. And I'm using the smaller tip. I'm not using the brush tip. Our markers have 2 tips. Hopefully you can't hear that TV that's in there, because I can hear it. I thought this was going to be a really hard one to figure out to put together, but it was so easy. I could not actually believe how easy it was. And the ladies at my class too, they were like, and then when they got done, they're like, oh my gosh. And it's just the cutest thing, and I was so happy to see that they did another actual stamp set in the holiday catalog. And if you don't get this perfect, it's all right. It's going to be underneath the vellum, so you're not even going to be able to see it. Almost done. And then we're going to take our light cherry cobbler, and I'm just going to color in the noses. Around. You always want to make sure you have something underneath your blends, because they do bleed through a little bit. All right, I think that's it. All right, so we can take this and our card front and our little piece of vanilla. So I'm going to take this, and this can go right on the front. Get this out of the way. And then you can take your piece of vellum, and you can put the adhesive right in the middle there, because you're not going to be able to see it underneath the little house. All right, so that's going to go right there. All right, now for our little house. So I have the house, I have the little pine cone poles, we have this little piece here, we've got the little door, the leaves, or not the leaves, the trees, the little hands. I've cut all that out ahead of time, so I can show that all to you. So I colored the house in the light crumb cake, and then I used the cherry cobbler blends for parts of the red, and then I used Call Me Clover, the dark Call Me Clover for the leaf parts. I used the Call Me Clover for the trees, and I just put a little shading underneath the trees. And then I used the light and dark crumb cake for this, and I used the light and dark crumb cake for that, and then I used the light and dark crumb cake for, or I'm real red for this, and then I used a piece of Call Me Clover for this little piece right here, the hands, and that's just a little cutout that comes with the set. I'm going to show that to you one second here. Everything has a die to cut it out. So here are the dies. So I'm going to need, I haven't cut out the pole yet, and I haven't cut out the holes for the little house to put the little cuckoo on. So I'm going to show you how to do that part of it. Alright, so after you have everything all cut out and colored, then I used some of our I used some of our shimmery white embossing paste, and that's already got the shimmer in it, so it looks like snow. And I put that on various elements on this. And then I used our palette knife. You want to make sure that you clean that off right away, because once it dries, it's very hard to get off of your tools. The other thing with our paste, I have heard a lot of people say that their paste dries out right away. I've had mine for almost a year and it hasn't dried out, but I also make sure that I leave all of this packaging. So I've only taken this off, halfway off, and I'm leaving that on there. I make sure I get it good and tight, and then I'm also putting it into a Ziploc baggie, because I want to make sure that no air gets in it. I don't want it to dry out. So mine's nice and not dried out. All right. So, okay, for the pull, let me get a piece of Whisper White here. So I'm going to use a piece of Whisper White, and you want to cut the pull out before you stamp it. It's just easier for placement. So I'm gonna cut the pull out real quick. And you just cut this out. That goes over there with that. All right, and where's my other cutting pad? Right here. Okay, there's my pull. Then, I get that out of there. Okay, put this back. Put that over there for a second. All right, now you're going to take your little house that you've all colored. You're going to take this little piece right here. It's got 2 hearts in it. You're going to line up these 2 hearts. You're going to line it up with the heart at the top. And I guess I shouldn't have put my embossing paste on there first, but we'll make it work. And the other heart down at the bottom. So we got 1 heart here. We've got 1 heart here. Get those placed. All right. I might smush down some of my paste, but that's okay. And then we're going to run that through. Okay. And that's going to cut an opening here, and it's going to cut an opening down here. Perfectly placed for you. So you don't have to do any figuring out. All right, let me get that back in there. I'll put that over there for right at the moment. All right, so now you're going to take your little pull, and it's got a score line all the way down the middle. So we're going to take that, and we're going to work our score line, and we're going to fold that. First, I want to stamp it, though. So let's get our little, we're going to get this little pull stamp right here. We're going to get that. Get a block here. And I'm going to use my Memento. And you're going to place the arrow pointing up, but you want to get the arrow all the way down to the bottom on the right hand side. All right. Oh, I kind of missed there. I need to get right over my camera. Let me just cut another one real quick. cut another one. But trust me, you don't want to stamp because you can't see it. You can't see to stamp first. So that's why you have to cut first and then stamp after. All right, so let's try this again here. I'm going to bring it closer to me. You probably won't be able to see it. All right, much better. Okay. All right, so then we have that. Just going to let that dry for a second. Where's my little card here? So I'm going to take my little pieces and I'm going to put some of the things on while this is drying. So let's put our little hands on here. Now, of course, you could put this at any time that you want. So I'm just going to put some little glue right here on the ends of the hands. And we'll just put that right on here. Okay. Then I'm going to take my little trees. And you could notice that I didn't color a few of these because you're not going to see it. So I just didn't bother to waste my ink. So this is going to go right here. And then my other tree. Let's see, it's going to go over here. I'm going to make sure to put my glue on the right spot. I wipe that glue off, but I'll be able to use my adhesive eraser and get that off if anything was left on there. Okay. All right, I think this is dried enough. So we're going to take this again and we're just going to fold this in half. Let me take my bone folder. And we're just giving this, by folding this in half, it's just giving it a little extra strength. Okay. But I'm also going to glue this. So I'm going to take a little bit of glue. And I'm just going to fold this down. I'm going to give that a good push so it stays. Okay. Now we're going to take this and we are going to put this in here on the back side. No, we're not. Put this on the inside right here on the top. And these little tabs right here, those go in also. So you're going to kind of fiddle those in just like that. Then you're going to go to the back side and you're just going to kind of give this a little bend, but not a lot. Okay, and then this is going to go in that little hole right there, so it looks like that. And then you push that up, and that's what makes that come down. Now I forgot to do something. I forgot to put my Hello You on there. And I want to definitely do that before I put that in there. So let me take that out real quick. And you're going to put that on the back side. You're going to put that on this side. Let me get that Hello You out. All right, just like that. Oops. Okay, so let's put that there. And then the door is going to go on the front of those. And then here is our little house again. All right, so let's take this. I want to make sure it's dry. And that's going to go in there again and just fiddle it around so that you can wiggle those little tabs in. Turn it around, and then this goes in here, just like that. And then it just gets pushed up just like that. And then that folds down. Okay. Get my I can feel the adhesive on here, and I don't want it to stick to the little door. Okay. All right, now we can take this little door here and some glue, and that's going to go right on the front. All right, it's going to go right like that. Oh, and the other thing oh, nope, I did. I was going to say I forgot to punch or stamp the little birdie, but I did. All right, so now this little bell thingy here, or pull, that's going to go right on here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut another, it even comes with a little circle here for that. I'm going to cut another one to put on the back side. That way you don't see any of that coloring on the back side of the So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to turn that over. I'm not going to do anything with it other than put some glue on the back side and put this on here. Just to and it also makes it sturdier. Okay, there's that. And we can take our little poles. I don't know what they're called. I'm sure my mom does. And those are just going to go on the back of the house. And you don't need to make these even, because from what I remember from my grandparents' cuckoo clock, they were never even. Okay. And then that one I'm going to put up just a little bit. All right, then I'm going to take some dimensionals. And don't get it anywhere over here. You want to make sure that that's free to do what it needs to do. I am going to put some dimensionals over those little pull things. That way they will stay. I think that's enough. Bring my card back in. Don't mind my nails, I'm sorry. Usually I have nice nails for my video, but one came off, and when one comes off it drives me crazy, so I just will get a new set because it was nail time next week anyway. All right, so this is going to go right in the middle. Push that down. Push that up. Hello, you. I just think it's how easy is that? I can't believe how easy that is. All right, so now for the inside. For the inside, where did my piece of paper go? Right here. And I am using, let's see, I'm using the little deer. And I did that in Memento Black. So I need the deer back. And let me just wipe him off real quick. And we'll get him colored. Okay. And then I will use Cherry Cobbler for the sentiment, which is right here. And that comes from A Wish for Everything. Merry Little Wish for Lots of Joy This Season. So that's right here. Get that right on here. Cherry Cobbler. And that's going to go right under the deer, just like that. And then I'm going to take my blends again, and I'm just going to color my deer. So I'm going to use light this time on the antlers. Because I'm going to use the darker on the deer. I'm not doing anything other than just filling this in. Alright, and then we'll get the little nose. I'm using the dark Cherry Cobbler for the nose. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to put a little bit on his nose, just to get him a little sparkle. Alright, so then this is going to go in the inside of my card. I don't know what I did with my snail, so I will use my fast fuse. Just gonna go in here, so like that, and then here is my other one. It's just so easy. I just can't believe how easy it is, and it's so cute. So push, push, and then just pull it back. Oh, one thing I forgot. Let's put a little gemstone on the middle of this clock here. There we go. All right, that is it. So, Cuckoo for you with the matching dies. Absolutely adorable. I love it. And then for the holidays, Yummy Christmas. Adorable. So if you do not have a demonstrator and you would like me to send you a holiday catalog, I'd be happy to if you leave me your email address below, so I can get in touch with you to get an address. I can get one out in the mail to you. I got those yesterday, so I can ship them out on Monday. And All supplies can be purchased through my online store at www.happystamp.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.